I have to apologize in advance. This is going to be real loopy. I just, on Wednesday, I had surgery. So I've been on painkillers all week. I haven't performed for a while. I'm, like, very out of it. I haven't shit for a week. I don't know if you guys have ever done painkillers. There's a basketball in my colon. That's disgusting. Also, when I speak, like, I can't help it, but, like, snot comes out of my nose because I just had my deviated septum fixed. That was the surgery. I just had my... Everyone's like, oh, so you got a nose job? I'm like, yeah, I got a nose. I was just like, keep it ethnic. Like, keep it... Like, no, I didn't get a fucking nose job. It's fucked, though. I really haven't pooped for a week. I sat there for half an hour last night. I was like, I'm gonna need a C-section for this. Like, I don't... It's disgusting. Whatever. There's a 25-cent deal right now at Burger King for iced coffees, which is cool. I hear it's like the cheapest laxative in town, so probably gonna try that. I don't know. I also recently everyone's like breaking up in this room. I recently just got out of a 6-year relationship, which is like crazy. Like I just feel like my whole life is like I'm in such a weird zone. Like, if somebody could tell me what pube style is in, I would really appreciate it. What was that, dreadlocks? Yay! Yay! I'm in. Halfway there. Things are, like, very, I just feel like everything, like all my friends are breaking up. I feel like the world is just like having like a wind of change. Like I feel like there's a wind of change in the world and a wind of like just like unrest and actually this story is gonna be good. I wasn't gonna do it, but you guys were loving every time David said the word Jew. So I just feel like I want to insert this here. So the other day I was driving to work and like there was this really bad motorcycle accident right in front of my car and I like flipped out because like it's all about me obviously and I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? This accident happened in front of me. I'm not okay. And so I'm like, why did I get dumped? It's like, well, your personality pretty much did it. But no, so bad. So this car crash happened. It was like really bad. There was a guy on a motorcycle and he like raggedy hand off the motorcycle and it was actually like not funny at all. I don't know why. But I was at the scene of the crime with a bunch of women who all like were busybodies and were like, we need to wait for the police. This is also about us. And I didn't know how to act. Like I'm very uncomfortable in serious situations and I just like my like gut reaction was just to start like shticking it up with the late. Like I'm like whoa, like never seen a Raggedy Ann doll in real life. Whoa. Ladies, you ever see a human Picasso? They're like, it's not funny. Like, sure isn't. So I say to the woman next to me, I'm like, okay, like in all seriousness, do you think this guy's gonna be okay? And she's like this sweet Southern woman, and she's like, honestly, I'm not sure, but in moments like this, I feel like it's really important for us to pray for the victims. So I'm like, yes, it's a great idea. We should pray for the victim, right? Because yes, that's the more appropriate thing to do than like, you know? So then she's like, well, that's okay, great. Like, oh, I'm Christian, so I'll do a Christian prayer, and you're... So I was like, I'm Jewish. And she's like, that's okay. I'll do a Christian prayer, and you do a Jewish prayer. So I'm like, whatever, because like obviously we're gonna do this in our like I don't know what Jewish prayer I would do in this scenario. Like I don't know. Like Jewish, I hope you're okay. Like I don't. On behalf of all of us, hope you're all right. Like I don't know. But then she starts praying out loud. So she's like, it's like, dear Jesus, bless this man and bathe him in your light, and like ghosts and spirits and shit. And then she looks at me and she's like, your turn. I'm like, oh fuck. Like I don't really know. So I'm just like, think of, like, say something. Like, just say something. And the only Jewish prayer that I can think of is the blessing over the wine, which is what you do before you drink in the Jewish religion. And I was like, she doesn't know, right? So I just fucking went for it. In my, like, rabbi-used voice, I'm like, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Amen. She's like, thank you so much. I'm just like riddled with guilt. I'm like, oh my God. And then she's like, actually, my son's girlfriend is Jewish. I really respect the Jews. I'm like, oh yeah, bet you do. It's good. Well, you're going to be at your fucking future daughter-in-law's Passover Seder someday. And they're going to bust out the Manischewitz. She's just going to be like, oh my God, that little cunt. She killed that man over some grape juice. It's fucked. That was my Jewish story. I love this fan. This is really like, I feel like every 7 seconds I look like I'm in like a, I don't know, like a Delia's catalog shoot. That's normal. We're normal again. It's normal. Thank you. This is gonna be a distraction. That's good. I couldn't be in a catalog. I'm not model ready. For so many reasons. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have some dental work happening. I don't know. Woo, is someone else with dental work? What do you have? Do you have braces or you do? Oh, yay, kindred. Frenzies. Well, you'll relate to this, as you know. It's actually, well, I don't know if, do you have anything else? Is it just the braces?
I had a headgear at one point.
Dude, that's real shit. Headgear, oh my God. Oh my God. So dating's hard for you too. Me too. You're not single? Lucky bitch. You know what's really true story? This is not a joke. When my boyfriend and I broke up, it was kind of like we broke up. Like I broke up with him and then he broke up with me. The time that I broke up with him, he was like, "I've been with you for 5 years of dental work." And I was like, "It's too true. Like I'm so sorry. Someone else is gonna get this." So mean. It's not nice, but actually, it's gotten a lot better. When I first gotten my grills put in, I had a palate expander. I didn't have headgear, but I had a palate expander. So like when I left the dental office, I was fucked up. I was so fucked. My eyes were watery. My cheeks were puffy. I literally sounded like this. Instead of going back to work, I was like, fuck it. I've been through trauma. I'm going shopping. I'm going to the dress barn. So I'm at the dress barn. I'm shopping around, fucking slobbering everywhere. What are you gonna do? And I noticed that everyone's being like really nice to me. Like really nice to me. Like at one point I tried on one of those maxi dresses, like one of those long fitted summer dresses, and I step out to look at the full length mirror and I say to the saleswoman, "How does she look?" And I catch myself in the mirror, and this dress looked fucking horrible. It looked horrible on me, okay? I was like pudging out in all the wrong, it looked like I had a backpack on, okay? But I said to the saleswoman, "How does she look?" And she goes, "You look like a princess in that dress." And I was like, oh my God, she thinks I'm retarded. upset. I was like, how am I gonna live like this? I do phone work. And then I was like, how am I not gonna live like this? Is amazing. I'm free. I fucking spent the rest of the day thanking everybody in hugs. Or my fanny pack without shame. Just fuck it. You would have thought I asked the woman validating parking to like smoke crack with me. She's like, you drove here? I'm like, yeah, bitch, validate that shit. I'm not a confrontational person. Like, I'm really not a confrontational person at all, but on this night, I had power. So I went to the movies later that night, and there were these biddies sitting behind me just talking. I turn around, I'm like, ladies, we're at the movies right now. If you could keep your voices down. They're like, we're so sorry. I was like, it's okay. I can't believe I'm single again too. I just can't like. You're lucky. You're lucky you're in a relationship. I just feel like when guys see me, they're just like, don't suck my dick, which is fair. It's fair. With the palate expander, it was way worse because it was so. I was like, you can barely fit anything in here, you know. Now it's like, okay, well, once you get past. I'm not like corn cob and dick, so I guess not having to do it. So you all know. I feel like I'm being too available right now. But like, I don't feel like there's shit in my teeth. Whatever. I always feel like there's shit in my teeth. It's like just one of those things. But you know what they say about a girl who can get a sprig of broccoli out of her braces with only her tongue. Think about it. Think about it. I feel like for the first time too, I like understand that Katy Perry song, like, you know, Firework. It's, you know, I was like making fun of it. She's like, do you ever feel like a plastic bag dripping through the wind, ready to start again? I was like, what a fucking bonehead line. Now I'm like, I'm that plastic bag. I'm the plastic. I do get it. I totally get it. The relationship had to end though. Like it just stopped. I don't know. Like it just stopped being. Like, I don't know, it's not being sexy. Like, I tried to do things to spice things up, and it just, like, wasn't, like, we weren't connecting, you know? Like, I tried at one point to send a naughty photo. I don't know, has anyone ever sent a naughty photo before? Any naughty picture takers? He's like, I have. I'm not talking about dick pics, brah. It's like a different, it's a different thing. No, naughty pictures are like the fucking hardest things to take in the world. Like, first of all, shocking what a vagina looks like. Shocking. If you ever thought you were gay, take a fucking Instagram of your vagina. It was like, it looked like. With braces. Whatever. But I scrapped that. I put those in my trash folder, never to be seen. I trashed, and then I was like, double trash. You know, I have to like double trash everything. But then I decided I would take a nip lick pic. Because, like, that's a lot easier, you know. And so I spent, like, 45 minutes trying to take the perfect nip lick pic. Oh, my God, you guys. 45 minutes. It was like, hold on.
I wish I had this. It was like...
Because your chin can look really big. You know, you're like... to take the perfect picture, okay? And I send it. And he responds immediately, too much face. Thanks, guys. That was really nice, actually. Honestly, I thought it was pretty good feedback, but you better believe I'll never send a nipple pic again. Going back to the vagina. Because I'm like, he knows what it looks like, right? It's not shocking. For me, it was like, the abyss! But for him, he was like, oh, there it is. I'll ignore that. He'd probably just ignore it. That's good. I did try to do other things to keep things spicy. I tried to learn different sex tips, and I actually learned, sorry, I'm dripping. This is not my fault. It's just a part of being beautiful and getting a nose job. That's it, baby. Glamour. I have splints in my nose, so I can't. Every time I suck in, I'm like plastic in my brain. But not because of drugs, just because of splints. Not funny. Anyway, I would try to do all these things, try to learn all these tips. I was asking my friends about what they do to keep things spicy, and I actually found a good tip in 17 magazine. Basically, there's an area right under the balls that's very sensitive. She's like, yeah! Okay, for those of you who don't know, basically, all you have to do is treat it like a mouse pad. And then just double click, Supposed to drive dudes crazy. So he came home from a trip, and I was like, okay, here we go. Let's go on Zappos. Oh, you've got mail. Double click. And he scooches back. He's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? He's like, you have never done that shit before. Who have you been fucking around with? And I was like, oh my God. You think I am pretty enough to cheat on you? That's the sweetest thing you've said in a really long time. I would never cheat, though. I'm not a cheater. I've never cheated. But when we were together for 6 years, and I think it's normal to sometimes when you're in a relationship to have a flirtation, a flirtation with a friend, and then you start to doubt your relationship, and you're like, oh my God, should I be with this person? Am I throwing my life away? And then you start to just research them a little, just to see, just to see what their story is, so you Google them, just to see. Just to see. And then you Facebook them and their family, just to see. Just to see, And then you check your sun sign compatibility, just to see if there's even a chance, And then you drive by their house, just to see. Just to see. And then you're like, oh, you're poor? Oh. I'm going back to Arlington. Or whatever. You hear, I had a few crushes, and I'd hear them say the most, one time one guy was like, yeah, I was hooking up with this girl, and, I put my fingers, near her ass, and, I felt her ass mohawk. And, I guess, it was the area that, where, peeks out, the hair, peeks out in your butt. And I was just like, I'm fucked. I gotta get out. I gotta go home. If that's a big issue, then, I got big issues, I don't... I was like, get me out of here. James and I had some issues, just little things. We used to fight. We used to, really start to get on each other's nerves about little things. And, we started having this recurring fight where, I guess Okay. Even talking about it, like I'm like annoyed just talking about it. He's like 6. Yeah, that's about right. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're a 10. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. It's my He was called Anno Drew Carey. I'm a 6. We're all 6s. Let's be honest. This is an okay room. I'm not gonna. Anyway. Fuck you guys. No, I'm just kidding. So this fight, whatever, can he get whatever he needs? What do you need? What are you waiting on?
I have no idea.
What's your 6?
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Marys?
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary's work too.
Well, Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
Blood. Oh, it's a beer? Just get them what they ordered, please. My peeps are suffering. They're suffering. I'm sharing here. I don't know if I want to tell you guys about the fight. You guys want to hear about the stupid fight? I don't know what's funny, but okay. So stupid fight, okay. I'll continue. So we had 2 recurring fights. I've never told this on stage before, so I don't know if this is funny. Okay, the 2 recurring fights. Fight number 1, which is very annoying to me. Okay, apparently I have an annoying quality. Shock. He felt that when we were singing together in the car, that I was steamrolling him. He felt that I was trying to out-sing him. And he felt that he would be like, you don't have to Christina Aguilera every fucking song. You know? And I was like, okay, well, fucking, like, I'm sorry, I'm so fucking good at singing. Like, I'm really sorry that I fucking can make songs sound really good with my voice. Like, and it's just like at the end of the day, like, I don't want somebody to stifle my creativity. You know, like, I am an artist, and I want someone to harmonize with. You know, I don't want someone who's like, you're singing too loud. Like, yeah, I sing loud. And it's like, if you can't fucking, like, honestly, the real truth is like, only pros have haters. So it's like, I get it. Like, okay, yeah, I got a hater. Well, I'm doing well. Okay. Thank you. It was fucked though. We went to his family's house. He has 3 nieces, and one of them's 3, and she was doing sing along, and I was like, finally, somebody on my level, you know? And so I said to her, I was like, baby Sora, can I sing with you? And she's like, yes, you may. And I was like, oh, how wonderful! The wheels on the bus, one of my favorites, in the key of G. And so we sang together, and I was just like. I was going ham on wheels. I was just like, the wheels on the bus go round and round. The wheels on the bus. I just fucking went for it. And I looked down and she's sobbing. She's crying her eyes out, and I'm like, oh my God, baby Zora. I'm like, do you want to do a different song? And she just goes, enough! And runs away. I'm like, fuck you, baby Zora! Get back in the... Only pros have haters, you know? So like, sorry, I'm so fucking good. You can fucking sit at the big kids table when you want to fucking harmonize with me. Am I crazy? The other fight we used to get in is, oh good, am I running out of time? I could talk for like the next fucking 4 hours. I won't.
Go for it.
But I can. Okay. Are you guys okay? You're okay? Okay. Thank you. So the other fight that we always had was that I felt like he was always like diminishing when I was trying to be serious. Like he was always like, so like for example, like the other day I said to him like, you know, if you can't support my this is obviously the fight, but I was like, if you can't support my creativity, like I can't be with you, you know? And you know what his response was? Dun, dun, dun. And I was like, okay, I hear you, but I just want you to know that when you do that, it's like really, it's really dismissive of my feelings, and I really think it's offensive. And he's like, dun, dun, dun. And I was like, okay, honestly, this is like really fucked up. And like, I'm being serious right now and I'm getting upset and you're just like making a funny noise and like, I'm actually trying to have a conversation. He's like, duh, duh, duh. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck your niece. Fuck your family. Like, I don't want to fight with someone who I don't want to be with someone who won't even fight with me, you know? And his response, dun, dun, dun. And I just went nuts. I knocked some shit down. It was my hair product, but I knocked it down. I was like, fuck you! And I flipped out. I was like, fuck you! And he's just laughing. He's laughing hysterically. And he comes over and he's rubbing my arms and he's like, babe. He's like, oh, babe, I love you. Like, why are you being so crazy? And he's like, and I was like, I'm not being crazy, but like, I just feel like whenever I say something, you just make this funny noise, and it's just really not, respecting my emotions and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I just think it's funny that you would get so upset over me making a funny noise. He's like, think about that. Like, isn't it funny that you would get so upset about me making a funny noise? And I was like, okay, that's fair. But I just feel like, I don't know, can't you see how that was dismissive of my feelings? And like, don't you see how that would make somebody kind of crazy? And you know what he said? Dun, dun, dun. And I was like, fuck you! Fuck you, I'm out of here! And then he slept in the den. So those are our big fights. Thanks for talking about that, my breakup with me. That's all the breakup stuff I want to say. Because that's all that's funny so far. I'm sure a lot that I cry about is going to be funnier later. Get back to you on that. Whatever. You know what the truth is? I'm actually not unhappy. I'm a new woman. I'm a new woman. Thank you. Thank you. I had a waffle in the shower today. I had a waffle in the shower. But I have been like acting, I'm usually just like this happy person, and now I'm like, fuck you, everything sucks, I'm depressed. I usually get red nail polish, I have blue nail polish. Like, I'm like, I'm just on another page, and I travel a lot for my day job, and I was on the plane the other day, and again, like, I'm usually not a bitch, but like, I'm a bitch now, because like, this is me. Hold on, let's do a bitch pose. It was a stanky face. Everyone's like, your stanky face is ratchet or whatever. Okay, anyway. So, I think ratchet's a great term. Anyway, so I was on the plane the other day, and there was this kid sitting next to me, and I guess she was like traveling alone because she was a tween or whatever, and that's like allowed now. And she pulls out her MacBook Air on the plane, which I guess is like, just like tweens of MacBook Airs. And like planes, I guess, have internet now. So she turned to me, and she asked me like a million questions. She's like, oh, where are you from? What do you do? What is your name? What are your parents do? Do you have a boyfriend? That's sad. Whatever. So I'm already like, I'm like, okay. So she pulls out her computer, and she's like, excuse me, do you know if this airplane has Wi-Fi? And I was like, okay. It's like, first of all, it's Wi-Fi. It's pronounced Wi-Fi. She's like, I'm pretty sure it's Wi-Fi. I'm like, okay, well, everyone over the 5th grade calls it Wi-Fi, so I don't know. And she's like, okay, well, what does Wi-Fi stand for? I'm like, wireless. Fucking internet. Do your fucking homework. It was bitchy. But I thought it was funny too, and I was like, that was bitchy, but that was also funny. I did something else that was bitchy and also funny on an airplane. I don't know, the airplanes like bring out, like, I feel like I'm like in the air and I'm a different person, And I was on a plane home from Atlanta 2 weeks ago. I was at a festival and I was coming home, and it was like my flight, the only flight I could get that I could afford was at 6 a.m, and I was really like, in a bad mood, and my grandmother was on the phone with me all morning because she like controls my life, and I was like, I'm a woman, and like I am an adult woman, you can't talk to me, and send me 12 sweaters in the same color from, it's like I don't need all these sweaters, whatever. So that's not what we're talking about. But so I get on the plane, and I'm sitting there, and this like fucking as we're about to take off, this like genius tweet comes to me, and like that doesn't happen. Like, I don't know if you guys are Twitterers, but like when a genius tweet comes to you, I was like, I gotta write it. And like the captain had already said the like turn off your electronic devices sign, or like this not sign. He did it like, okay, turn off the electronic devices, motherfuckers. And I was like, okay, I will, but like I need to get this tweet out because like we're not gonna die. I mean, not taking off this second. What is like my phone's gonna bring the aircraft to a halt? Like it's okay for I'm gonna finish my tweet, whatever. And so I'm writing my tweet, and this woman is sitting across the aisle from me, and she's an older woman, and she reminds me of my grandmother. And she was like, she kept looking over, like she kept being like. And I was like, listen, bitch. Like, in my head, I was like, listen, bitch. You can't control me. Like, I am writing a tweet about Shaq right now. At 6 in the morning. Nobody liked the tweet even, but the tweet was like, Shaq should start a line of neck pillows called My Dick. Okay? It's funny. So I was like, I gotta tweet this. So I was just trying to get my tweet out. But she kept looking over, like, and I was like, don't say something. Don't say something. I'm pissed. Don't say something to me. And of course, we're about to take off, and she's like, oh, excuse me, miss. I don't know, you heard, but the captain asked everyone to turn off their mobile. And if you don't turn off, I'm going to get a stewardess over here, and she's going to tell you what's what or whatever. And in that moment, I was about to be like, listen, bitch, I have a Shaq tweet that I'm trying to tweet, and, like, I'm a woman, too, and, like, I'm an adult, and I will turn off my phone whenever the fuck I want to turn off my fucking phone, okay? You bitch. But in that moment, I was like, that's not who you are. Like, you're a nice girl. Like, I'm a nice girl, you know? And then but I don't like to be a loser. I don't want to take the fall. I don't want to be like, yes, you're right, I should turn this off. So the only thing I could think to do in that moment was to be like, I was like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Don't speak English, not right here. Thank you. America, it's very good. It's very good. And then I was like, oh, fuck, like, what if she's like, oh, what an interesting accent. Where are you from? I'm like, I don't know, Bolivia. So immediately, I was just like, and I fake slept for the entire ride home. Is that my time? You want me to finish? Am I done?
As long as you want.
I don't know. Are you guys, do you want me to go? Okay. Let's say a few more things. We'll say 2 more things. 2 more things and then I'll go. Maybe 3 more things. But like, 3 more things. So that was my airplane story. And I was just, the fucked up thing is that when I got off the plane, I like forgot about the whole thing. Well, I didn't forget about it, but I like got on the phone immediately. And I was like, oh my God, I just did the funniest thing. Like, and I looked back, but like she was in a walker. So I was like, she can't hear me. Whatever, it's not funny. The other notable thing that's happening right now is that my roommate and I have been having some friction. We got in a fight recently because she's been seeing this. It's so like I can't even talk about this because it sounds so stupid. Mm-hmm. She's not really been seeing, but she's been being with a new person who is a ghost. And you guys are like, that's not true. Here's the thing, it is true. I think it's weird. Okay, here's the backstory. When we moved into the apartment, there was this hacky sack that was there, and the hacky sack, nobody touched the hacky sack, but it would like always be moving around. It would always be near her. And then, slowly but surely, the hacky sack started. I'm not even fucking with you. Like, I'm weirded out too. Okay, I dated a medium, so I believe in this shit. But so, that's another story. That's online. You can look at that online. Okay. So this hacky sack kept being in her room at night, and like no one was putting it there. And so like based on science, we were like, there's a ghost that lives in this hacky sack. So that was all it was, right? Well, then one day she came out into the living room and she was like, dude, like I don't even know what to do, but last night there was a presence that laid on me and was like it didn't do anything, but it was like laid with me. And I was like, holy shit, like, what are we gonna do? And she was like, honestly, I kind of liked it. Like, you know. And she was like, it was kind of nice to, you know, feel not so alone. You know, it was kind of, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you have a relationship with a ghost? And I couldn't tell if she was like fucking with me or not. But then she'd be like, okay, we're gonna go watch the Kardashians, like by herself. And it was mad annoying. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you're not a weird. Like, the two of you aren't going to watch. Like, he doesn't even have eyes. He doesn't even have a body. And like, fucking, she's like, dude, you're just jealous. I was like, fuck you, I'm not jealous. Truth is, it's never gonna work regardless because you're from different worlds. It's not gonna work. He's from a different world. She's like, you're jealous. And I was like, why didn't the hacky sack come in my room? I've been very sensitive. I'll leave you guys. I've been very sensitive about, like, since we've broken up, like, people, like, hitting on me. Like, I'm very sensitive to, like, anybody could be my potential partner. And I also do, like, a lot of odd jobs on the side because I'm broke. And I was doing a catering job, and this woman came out to she, like, announced that she was gay to everybody during the catering thing, which I think is great. I've had gay boyfriends. I love the gays. I'm very pro-gay. I went to college. We all went to college, whatever. So after the shift, we were talking, and she was like, I don't know, like, I thought maybe she was flirting. Like, I don't know. Like, is she flirting with me? I don't know. But she kept talking about, basically she was like, I think you'd be perfect for the gala. And I was like, what? And she's like, I think you'd be perfect for the gala. And I was like, I don't really know what you mean. And for some reason, I was hearing gay love. So she kept saying to me, like, I was hearing, like, you'd be perfect for the gay love. You'd be perfect for the gay love. And I was like, I don't know if I can handle that, right? I'm pretty, like, off limit. And nothing's appealing to me right now. I don't know. And then I was so uncomfortable, and I was like, what are you saying? I was like, are you saying gay love? Like, I went to college. I know about the gay love. And she was like, I'm saying gala, like the event, like a ball. And I was like, I thought it was gala. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I thought it was gala, not gala. And then I was awkward. I was like, okay, this has been a great day. Love you guys. And then I was so awkward. I was like, sorry, I went back. I was like, I don't love you guys. And then I was like, this whole thing's fucked. Like, I'm just not ready to be single. You know, like, I don't even know how to respond to guys when they hit on me. And so I've developed this new system, and I'm going to teach it to you guys. Well, only if you're down to do it. Are you guys down to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what happens when the, like, let's see, is this gonna work? This is what happens, like, when when the riches hit on you instead of the Abes. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Rich. I'm just teasing you. You cutie patootie. You behemoth of a man. Okay. So. Okay.
Come on.
I'm just kidding, you silly billies. Okay, this is what you guys are gonna wanna do when somebody hits on you and you're like, I don't know how to respond to this, okay? Okay, it's called ugly face. Okay, so if I could have everybody take your thumbs right now and put them in front of you. Okay, cool. Okay, now you're gonna take your thumbs and you're gonna put them on the corners of your lips. Yeah, not in the lips, that's like a different. On the corners, okay. Now let's take our fingers and let's wiggle them. Yay! Urchins. Okay. And now let's take our wiggle fingers and let's put them behind our ears, okay? Okay. This is a complicated step, so everybody pay attention. Pay attention. This is where the PSA gets really real, okay? When I say 3, I want you to squeeze your fingers towards each other, and I want you to jam your chin into your neck. And I want you to look around the room, and I want you to say in your head, no, you need to do it. You're too beautiful not to learn this. I want you to say, too beautiful not to learn this, pretty princess. You guys, like, we're together, we're safe. No, you're not. Thank you. I want you to think in your head, you still want to fuck? 1, 2, 3. You guys want to fuck? You guys want to fuck? Thank you guys. You had so much fun. Thank you.